Ladies and gentlemen, it is your high guy, your fly guy, the truth from the booth, B.I. Double, bringing you a slightly late edition of Throwdown. We are going late night due to some flight delays, but we are kicking things off with the challenge to a tag team match. Logan Neal challenging BJM to find himself a tag team partner. We don't know who either man's partner is. We find out next. Iceman with a rare tweet saying he'll be back for his title soon. Showtime in the building, getting ready for his title match later. And it seems Logan Neal has picked fellow countryman Hunter Clark Weaver for his tag team partner in this matchup. I am extremely excited to see these two team together. We've seen them in amazing one-on-one matches against each other, and a lot of the times good rivals become good teammates. We see if that old adage reigns true here tonight. Kind of a mixed reaction here. Something we're really not used to. We know it's BJ. And I've heard this music before, and it seems after a very long time waiting, the Lady Killers are making their HCW debut, flanked by Super Junior champion TJ Phillips. I guess this confirms the rumors, I guess. Chip Stackworth had put it out there that he thought he had seen Dakota when the hoodie was moving around when that man attacked Logan Neal. This all but confirms it. The only question is, what are these three men doing together? We still do not know. BJ, of course, having a hand in helping TJ Phillips capture that championship. Now TJ escorting these two down to the ring. And beautiful BJ on your right, dashing Dakota on your left. The Lady Killers are set for tag team action. Taking on the Brawling Brits in the opposite corner. Starting things off. Beautiful BJ and Logan Neal. The bell rings and Throwdown is finally started. And immediately BJ sends Neal up and over to the floor, wrong side of town. TJ on the outside, keeping an eye on him. Neal, though, standing switch with that overhand forearm. BJ immediately sends him back in the ring. Lady Killers, of course, a long-time tag team. Logan coming in, but gets caught and face planted from BJ. I'm sure Neal was expecting somebody random to come in here and be an even playing field. Instead, they go against the RSW hashtag team champions. As Neal, after those series of elbows, gets back to his feet, back body drops BJ, tags in the biggest man in this match, Hunter Clark Weaver, throwing those hands. Off the rope, big boot drops BJ. No randos tonight at all, apparently. Definitely nothing random at all about Mr. Weaver working on that neck. And again, snaps off a jawbreaker over the shoulder, hangs on for the neck breaker. Looks like BJ was going to tag in Dakota. BJ, of course, been with us for a while. This will be Dakota's in-ring debut, and it looks like we'll be seeing it here as he's tagged in. Goes to the top. Backbreaker position from BJ into the foot stomp. Dakota's first action in an HCW ring, a beautiful tag team maneuver. Now showing off that strength with the elevated power bomb. Climbing onto that top turnbuckle, looking to fly. And a quite dashing elbow drop. Now a stomp to the gut, sits up HCW himself. Going old school with that nerve hold, trying to take the strength away from the right arm. Into the first cover, hooks that leg. Weaver able to kick out at 2. Dakota, nothing fancy about that right hand to the jaw. Yes, 100% romper free indeed. Speaking of right hands, make it a double. TJ liking what he sees on the outside. Splits the uprights with a stomp to the gut. We know Dakota's been waiting for this moment. He's brought it up multiple times to both myself and Chip about wanting to work double duty, and he gets it tonight. As the Lady Killers with a successful hashtag team championship defense earlier this afternoon against Bad and Beges. Weaver up, going for the slam. Instead turns it into a backbreaker. Tags in to Neil, but Weaver, of course, throws that right hand. Neil in now, sends him off the ropes and plants him with that European uppercut. Runs in after the jawbreaker, overhead, belly to belly. Dakota setting it up with that swinging back suplex. Immediately into the cover, Weaver kicks out at 2, but it didn't seem to be much behind it. Dakota looking to end it with a dustbuster. Weaver taking the attention away from the referee. That was a 3 count. Weaver in to officially break it up. That was about 5 before the ref turned around. Neil weakened after that swinging suplex into the dustbuster. Able to get that boot up though. Big right hand. Plants Dakota with a German. Neil took the time to recover. He's back on his feet and drops Dakota with that knee right to the face. Sends him into the corner. Just a flurry of European uppercuts. We've seen it before. Sends him into the corner, follows. Gonna look to do that at least one more time. Putting a hurting on him. Running drop kick from Neil, the former hybrid champion. Now stares BJ right in the face. Cracks his neck and is ready to get back to business. Dakota back up on his feet, not where you want to be, lifted high above. Shoryuken. Dakota hit with yet another uppercut, but still life left in him. Snaps off the jawbreaker, gets a little overzealous and caught with a fireman's carry. Standing switch, throws the overhand forearm, another one. This time Neil kicks out the knee, turns him around, and drops him with a deal breaker. Into the cover, leg hooked. BJ in to break it up right after 1. And as Chip has pointed out, that is right, 2 former hybrid champs teaming tonight. So although there's no tag team experience, they are no slouches. And Dakota immediately goes into another cover, forcing Neil to expend that energy. soccer style kick to the spine, sending shivers up and down the body of Neal. Able to roll away, runs in, caught with another back body drop. Dakota going for that right hand, but gets a back elbow for his trouble. Nasty forearm staggers him. Dakota back at it, goes low with the kick. We've seen this before. Turns the slam into the falling fist drop. Dakota now doing the smart thing, tagging in the much fresher BJ. Who immediately falls into that cover, forearm right to the face. Weaver was ready to break it up, but Neal able to kick out on his own. BJ now dropping the knee across the neck. That's something we usually see out of Neal's playbook, who runs in, face plants BJ on that knee. Pulls him back to his feet. That's not where you want to be right now. Gorilla press, Shoryuken. Neal looking to win things for his team here. Setting it up, has him hooked. Deal breaker into the cover. And BJ able to kick out at 2. Dakota, with all the faith, did not try to break it up. Now tagging into Mr. Weaver, who shoots the half right back into the cover. Again, forcing BJ to use that energy. BJ back to his feet, double leg takedown. Now Weaver in the lady killer corner. Springboard forearm takes down the referee in the process. Phillips on the outside, keeping his eye on it. And BJ has him hooked with that gory special. Hangs his chin on that top rope. Now attacking the left knee, trying to take the vertical base away. Goes right back to it. As I said earlier, Neal, biggest man in this match. That's not going to matter if he can't stand. Arm drag into a bow and immediately regrets it with that big gut kick. Weaver looking to get a second win here. A pair of forearms. BJ in the British corner. Forearm into the Bulldog. BJ up. Instead falls over the shoulder. Goes right back to that left knee. Pulls Weaver further away from his tag team partner. Going for that gory bomb again, but caught with an arm drag. Into the cover. BJ kicks out at 1. Neal took a beating. You can see it in his face as he sits on the apron. Weaver looking to wipe his feet of the situation. Pulls BJ up to his feet. Beautiful vertical suplex. Now looking to continue the attack. But BJ there with the elbow. Big right hand. Standing switch though. Weaver looking to get some payback. Kicks out to the left knee of BJ, but BJ fights back with the elbows. Stuffs that forearm wrist clutch suplex. So very British of him. Now has him hooked, straight jacket into the DDT. Looking to pull him back up, thinking Blue English bomb. Instead, goes for the suplex. BJ fights out with a knee. Has him hooked. One more time. Gory bomb got him good on that top rope. The gory bomb hot shot. Weaver desperation into that jawbreaker. Pulls him in. Blue English bomb. Plants him. Took a lot out of him. Falls into the cover. And BJ able to kick out at 2, and this thing continues. Tag back into to Neal, excuse me. And we are right back where we started. Logan, Neal, and beautiful BJ in the center of the ring. Dakota in a step slow. Thankfully, BJ able to kick out. But he eats that Union Jack right to the back. Kneel to the top. Rope clutch enziguri from Dakota. Gives BJ time to get to his feet, but all he does is eat a knee for his trouble. Diving axe handle. BJ back up to his feet. Snaps off that forward Russian leg sweep, showing the steeroke. Drop toe hold from Neil. This thing continues. What a way to open Throwdown. BJ able to kick out yet again. Neil now looking to put pressure on the neck of BJ. Breaks the grip with the right hand. Looking for a third. No, this time into that folding powerbomb we've seen him use in the past. Neil kicks out, but into the crab. Neil arguing with somebody in the front row. Dakota shoulder block into the submission. And the Lady Killers win their HCW debut. What a debut it was. And you can't say anything about shenanigans. TJ Phillips kept to himself on the outside. Just there for moral support. And as Chip said, there's new sheriffs in town. The RSW hashtag team champions looking to make the sweep. There's that swinging suplex. Or the boss man slam, depending on the angle. Right here, jackknife style powerbomb we've seen before. Neil would kick out at 2, but immediately get transitioned into the crab. Weaver arguing with somebody in the front row, turns around in time to eat that shoulder. And the Lady Killers have arrived, putting the HCW Tag Team Division on notice. And what a way to open Throwdown. As we get set for our first title match of the evening. Azriel with an open challenge. Answered by G.I. Bro, who looked incredibly impressive on Monday's show. Putting a whooping on K-Dub. G.I. Bro looking to get himself back to prominence. Former hybrid champion looking to capture that ultra-violent title. But he has a hard road ahead of him. As he goes one-on-one with a man who spent most of Season 1 with gold around his waist. Azriel, of course, now a 2-time ultra-violent champion as well as a world champion in Season 1. During that time was when G.I. Bro was the hybrid champion. So we have the clash of the former champions over this. The ultra-violent championship. Azriel looking to restore some of the prestige that it used to have. First and foremost, while I'm at it, I don't know if I've ever done it. I gotta say, shout out to Tim Heel on the redesign of that belt. Tim Heel's been working with our designers. Of course, he had a hand in designing that brand new Ultra-Violent Championship And if you're not feeling patriotic, you need to get the hell out of the building. Orlando, Florida on their feet. A legitimate American hero, former Marine, turned wrestling superstar. G.I. Bro looks ready for war one more time. One more salute to that crowd before entering this war zone. And one for the fans at home as we await the entrance of the champion. Azriel taking a look around this arena. Not a single person sitting down as the earthbound angel makes his way to this ring. Sign of respect there, wiping the feet before entering. I gotta say, I miss everybody with the laser pointers on the Ultraviolent Championship. That was a trend started by Azriel. But we're not really, we don't allow laser pointers anymore. We had some accidents. So it kind of takes away the appeal of that ultra-violent entrance. That beautiful championship right there. It's very funny when you think about such a beautiful belt is being defended in such destructive environments. And the challenger, DC's own G.I. Bro. Oh wait, I see some laser pointers there. I don't know how they got them in there, but they're there. There's not a lot of them. The champion stands tall. He has had an iron grip over that title since regaining it. Showing G.I. Bro what he's in for here. The ref holds that belt high in the air. There's the lasers. Challenger G.I. Bro, champion Azriel. The bell rings and our first title match is getting started in quick fashion with that overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Following up those right hands. Jawbreaker from Azriel there and a big forearm. G.I. Bro, though, able to fight out of that early suplex attempt, but gets stuffed on the takedown with a DDT and a knee drop right to the back of the neck. Make it to Azriel attacking that neck heavy. Control the neck, control the body. Looking to go back to it with those elbows. Azriel starches him with that forearm. Sends him off those ropes. Catches him coming in with the sleeper slam. Out of the second rope, you don't see him fly often. Diving axe handle right across the forehead. Pulls G.I. Bro back to his feet. Breaks the grip, short arm, clothesline, levels the champion. And it looks like G.I. Bro, the first one to bring weapons into the match. And a chair shot right across the face of the champion. And one to the ribs for good measure. Falls into the cover. Azrael knows how to take a beating. He showed it in his first run. High level of resiliency and intensity. But now, G.I. Bro going right back to the neck. Now looking to pull the arm out of the socket. Trying to weaken up those arms. No strength in those arms means no fall from grace. That gator roll into the body lock. Former amateur wrestler there showing some technique. Now just smothering Azrael. Not letting him get any momentum. Not even letting him get back to his feet. Kick to the spine, then goes right back to that neck. G.I. Bro, chair in hand, wearing out the midsection yet again. Going for the leg. Azrael doing the smart thing, kicking out the knee. He's going low for that kick, caught with a clothesline. Looks like he may have been going for the drive-by boot. Breaks the grip into the European uppercut. Goes for the takedown again and is stuffed by G.I. Bro. He is on another level today, but he's caught with that rising knee as Azrael bathes in the adulation of the fans here in Florida. Stuffs that low DDT. Pulls him up. There's a forearm. Looking to get a quick flurry of offense in here. Off those ropes. Another one into the bulldog. Goes low for that kick again. G.I. Bro says no, sir. Hooks him with a single leg crab. Putting more pressure on that lower back. He's been wearing out the midsection with the chair. Azrael shoves him back with what's left of the leg strength. And G.I. Bro was ready for him as he turns around into a black hammer. Plants the champion, hooks the leg. And I thought he kicked out. Referee saying otherwise. We have a new champion. And it all started with that chair shot to the face. G.I. Bro would then attack the midsection with the chair. After the submission hold. G.I. Bro able to block that drive-by kick twice. Right here you see, puts him down, picks him up, black hammer, hooks both legs, nowhere for Azrael to go, but watch this. Ooh, a half a second too late. I feel like we have a rematch in the future. As G.I. Bro holds that championship high above his head. He has now held every singles title in his division. And we go from that championship match to a singles match in the women's division. The champion, Liz, been on a roll as of late, taking on her #1 contender, Casey Myers. Attacked Liz after we went off the air last week, came out to call her out, and Liz has accepted one more chance for Casey Myers. This, however, just an exhibition match. But look at the momentum that Casey could have on her side, picking up a victory just 2 weeks away from our next pay-per-view. Showtime calling Casey. I don't know. I don't know if I can vote against Liz. She has literally beat every woman in this entire division. And I need a Liz Cliz shirt, like, immediately. Casey did come close to capturing that women's championship, but would fall just moments later as she was planted with the cradle DDT, and a Steel City Harriet would seal the deal. Liz looking to do the same thing here tonight. As Liz makes her way down to the ring. Confidence level on 1,000. But how else should you feel when you dominate a division like this? Must be something about people wearing purple. Azriel dominated the men in season 1. Don't you dare take that the wrong way. And Liz now dominating the women's division here in season 2. That is a lucky shade of purple. And the luscious one ready for yet another match here on this special late edition of Throwdown. We are in prime time and we like it. And the Psycho Princess does not look to be phased. If I am not mistaken, this match is Falls Count Anywhere. Casey putting out the hand. Liz goes for the shake. Casey pulls away and gets slapped in the mush. I thought we were going to get off to a quick start, but Liz saw her coming in. Referee gets things started, immediately swinging back fist into the knife edge chop. Liz, though, reverses, pulls her back in, kicks the gut, snaps suplex. Jawbreaker from Myers into the clothesline, levels the champion. Liz fighting from the ground with that gut punch, diving Meteora. Liz now pulls her away from those ropes. Drop kick right in between the shoulder blades. Liz now climbing to the second rope. Waits for Casey to get back to her feet. Diving drop kick, this one to the face. Liz with an all-out athletic assault, getting the fans into this match. Not like you have to try that hard. They have been on fire. Beautiful reversal there from Casey. Flips up into the enziguri. Absolutely levels Liz. No, we can't. But you can stay here and watch the best damn pro wrestling in the digital world. As Liz attacks the back of her #1 contender. There's a jawbreaker. Casey now over the shoulder. Neck breaker. Snaps with style. Now showboating just a little too much. Liz had time to get back to her feet, but Casey staying involved. Fisherman suplex. Thought she was going to hold on for the cover, but it's like she knew it was too early. There's that soccer-style kick right to the gut. Follows it with an elbow drop. Out of the second. Goes for that forearm. Liz out of the way, back to her feet, but Casey absolutely relentless here. Sends her into that corner. And headbutts just puts Liz down. Sit out powerbomb out of the corner. Pulls her way into the cover. Casey playing to the fans a little bit, runs in, crucifix driver. Lots of high impact offense from Casey here. Now folding Liz in half. Her foot is touching the back of her head into that modified STF. Liz flexibility saving her there as she's back to her feet. Liz going for the elbow, caught with that big boot out of the corner. And Casey into those headbutts. Casey on fire here tonight. Sidesteps the grapple, goes low with the kick. Liz there with the jawbreaker though. Taunton gets caught. Another neck breaker from Casey. Looking to put the finishing touches on the match here. No. Liz able to block the attempt at the Psycho Crusher. A knee lift though. Jumping bionic elbow and a kick to the chest. Beautiful strike combination from Casey. Another kick right to the gut. And Casey on absolute cloud 9 right now. In her zone. Rising knee from the champion. Fans losing control. This women's match continues. Jawbreaker from Casey staggers the champion into a crucifix. This time the cover. But Liz too close to the ropes. Right back to those headbutts. Liz doing the smart thing, rolls to the outside. And Casey catches her, plants her with that bulldog on the floor. I was wrong. This is not Falls Count Anywhere. I must have been mistaken. I believe she challenged her to a Falls Count Anywhere match at the pay-per-view. Casey looking to set it up one more time. Has her hooked. Psycho Crusher, center of the ring. Deep hook of the leg. And Liz pops that shoulder off the mat like it's made of molten lava. Back on her feet. Liz looking to get... And before I can say anything, I'm interrupted. Beautiful escape from the wrist clutch. Arm drags out, runs in, caught with another Meteora. Liz a little bit of jaw jacking here, looking to set up that cradle DDT. Has her up, spikes her right on her forehead. Back press, hooks the leg. And Liz looks shocked as Casey this time kicks out at 2.5. Both women kicking out of each other's finishers. What is it going to take to end this match? Liz now attacking that leg. Snaps it, looking to hyperextend. Now to the top rope, looking for some flying here. Frog splash. Nobody home. Liz, though, sweeps the leg like the Cobra Kai dojo. Casey able to kick out at 2. There's a knee right to the spine. Liz continuing the assault. Sends her into that corner. Putting her up top. Looking for some high impact offense here. And a Frankensteiner sends her halfway across the ring. Steel City Harriet ducked into the neckbreaker, but Liz able to reverse it. Pulls Casey back up, right back to the drop kick we saw at the beginning of the match. And a stomp right to the face. Turns Casey around, looking for that Shining Apprentice, Shades of Iceman there. Pulls her to her feet. Steel City Harriet. Shades of Run PGH back to back. But Casey continues the kick out. Of course, as you can see by those last 2 maneuvers, Liz trained by Iceman and Bake back when they were still on speaking terms. Liz looking for the big shot. Hooks Casey with that cradle. Spikes her right on her forehead. Pulls her away from those ropes. Her eyes are rolled into the back of her head right now. Into the cover. And Casey stays alive yet again. Goes for the knee though. Slides out of the way. A little slow getting up. Liz takes advantage with that kick. Casey fights back, hooks her, Psycho Crusher, cover, and Liz kicks out at 1. This match continues. Figure 4 neck lock. Liz breaks the grip and stands back tall on her feet. Flips out, holds on. High angle belly to back suplex, shades of Eddie Guerrero. Casey continues to fight back, kicks out at 2. Casey snaps off that arm wringer takedown right to the shoulder. Looks like she face planted as well. Liz with the wherewithal to kick out at 2.5. Casey now to the second. Waits for Liz to get back to her feet. Seated dropkick sidestep by the champion. Now stomping away at the limbs. Face plants Myers. Oh, rest in peace suplex. Liz right back to that leg hyperextension, rolls through. Arm drag, Casey back to her feet. And another headbutt stifles the champion's momentum. Into the cover. Liz kicks out at 2 again. Playing to the crowd a little bit. Another fisherman suplex. I'd have went for a bridge there. This late in the match, you got to go for as many covers as possible. But Casey instead pulls her in for that trifecta of headbutts. Crawls up the body of our prone women's champion just to lay in those headbutts some more. That is 7 or 8 headbutts in a row. Casey got to be feeling it as much as Liz at this point. But she's able to hook a Psycho Crusher away from the ropes. But Liz kicks out at 1 again. Kick to the spine. Myers letting her frustration shine through. Liz breaks the grip, snaps off that Hurricane Rana. How does she have it left? Steel City Harriet sidestepped again. Northern Lights again, no bridge. You gotta think bridge everything at this point. She looks to go right back into those headbutts. I think the headbutt counter's at about 20. Looking to do it one more time. Going for 2 dozen. As the fans boo Myers. And Liz somehow alive. Jawbreaker. Swinging neck breaker. Pulling Casey away from those ropes. Hooks the leg. Could that be enough? And Myers kicks out at 2. Both of these women refusing to give in. Myers able to sidestep that knee. Into another set of headbutts. Taking a lot out of Casey as she drops to a knee. Pulls Liz away from the ropes. No chance for escape. And Liz somehow still alive. Kicks out at 2 3/4. Casey pulls her to her feet. Hooks it one more time. Psycho Crusher. Leg hooked. And Casey has pinned the women's champion. As Chip said, 27 headbutts and 3 concussions later, this match is mercifully over. With that sit-out powerbomb out of the corner from earlier on. I can't tell you which set of headbutts those were. There was too many. There's Liz sidestepping that Psycho Crusher. The knee would set up another Psycho Crusher there. And that is all she wrote. As Casey picks up the momentum leading into their Falls Count Anywhere match in 2 weeks. And I gotta say, I think Falls Count Anywhere is on the side of the Psycho Princess. Oh, that's a 100% fact. Everybody sidesteps those lariats. As we go from the women of HCW into the Super Junior division, as Ronnie Cade has a bone to pick with El Ejido, which is really, he's just mad that El Ejido couldn't do what he couldn't do. Del Scorcho beat them both. So it is time for some high-class lucha. As the second generation star El Ejido goes one-on-one with Ronnie Cade. Y'all are a bunch of bitches. Just want to throw that out there. Disrespecting the juniors this close to the World Cup. And by this close, I mean 2 months away. We still got some time. We are still being teased by Wizard. We still don't know what this means. Really? So there's only 2 juniors that you like? Like there's not 20 of them on the roster? That's kind of disrespectful, Chip. It's supposed to be a journalist. It's supposed to cover it all. And that includes high-class lucha. You ain't shit, Chip. As the fans on their feet here in Orlando, Florida for El Ejido. I don't know, is his neck still a thing? And it's time for some old school graphics and new school violence. Mr. 8-Bit himself making his way down that ramp. That's not disrespect, that's a fact. Brian Thomas's neck gave up on him about 3 years ago. He's out there in Anchorage right now, pimping Escajos. I mean, potato last season. Some high-flying, high-class lucha here on Throwdown as the bell rings. And right out of the blocks, El Ejido. Butterfly into the backbreaker. Follows it up with a standing moonsault. Cade now back to his feet. Shoulder tackle, short arm variety. Into the double stomp. Kick right to the chest, levels El Ejido. Step up Hurricane Rana. Puts Cade down on the canvas. This one will be quick. There's the arm drag from Cade. El Ejido back up, sends him off the ropes. Caught with an arm drag on the way in, though. Jawbreaker from El Ejido. Drop salt plants Cade. El Ejido looking to fly early. Up to the top rope. Swanton, no water in the pool. Spin kick from Cade. Sends El Ejido off the ropes now. And that kitchen sink style knee. Hashtag dive. Tilt-a-whirl head scissors. Into an armbar. Looking to mix it up a bit here. Cade, though, rolls through, breaks the grip with the right hands. Sends El Ejido into the corner. Pulls him out. Diving Macho Man style knee from the second rope. You must dig it. Goes for the cover. El Ejito kicks out at 2. Figure 4 is that neck. And that hold is not working for anyone tonight as El Ejito escapes immediately. Shoots Cade off those ropes one more time. Beautiful arm drag into the cover. Drop kick to the back of the neck from El Ejito. Looking to continue to apply that pressure. Springboard frog splash 180 in midair. Right to the spine of Cade. Cade still looking for his first victory in high class wrestling. Beautiful butterfly suplex sends El Ejito into the turnbuckles. There's the cover. Escapes it a little over 1. Figure 4 is that neck yet again and again. El Ejito with the quick escape. Pulls him in. That's not where you want to be. Going for the powerbomb. Cade able to break it with those right hands again. Those right hands paying dividends tonight. Sent off the ropes. Rolling Liger kick drops Cade. Forearm. Pulls him back into the grip. European uppercut staggers Cade. El Ejito now sends him into the corner, but Cade fights out with the elbow. Pulls him in. Hooks it. Snaps off that swinging fisherman neck breaker. He told me the name and I forgot. But all that matters is victory. It was quick. Hell, it was sudden. There's that diving knee to the spine from earlier. Mr. Cade is not with the flippy shit. El Ejito with that picture perfect arm drag into the cover. Beginning of the end there. Beautiful butterfly into the corner. You missed the ass whooping, sir. And right here, swinging fisherman neck breaker. And Mr. Cade picks up his first victory here in HCW. Looking to get on his winning ways, but now he turns his attention back to Del Scorcho as we get set for our co-main event of the evening. A special challenge match between one of the greatest to ever do it. Wizard is back in the building, fresh off that tour of Japan. And he is going one-on-one with the world heavyweight champion, Mr. Damian Fuerte. Fuerte, of course, picked a victory over the Iceman Lance Walker in what is being considered by many the standout match of 2017. Right now, it is the number 2 trend when it comes to match of the year. The only match currently ranked higher than Fuerte versus Iceman is Bake versus Showtime 1. Although Bake versus Showtime 2 was no slouch. This, of course, an extremely old rivalry for all you CWA fans. Fuerte won his first world championship by beating Wizard. The two would then go on to a feud, which would lead to Fuerte losing his face paint having to come back with the mask. I like the way he found his way around it. It was, instead of a mask versus mask match, it was paint versus paint, and he just showed up the next night in a mask. Well, nobody said you couldn't come back in a mask. They just said you couldn't wear face paint. Although I still see face paint under this mask, so I don't know what the hell that match was even for. To be fair, he just brought the face paint back with this new incarnation. A much more dangerous Fuerte, but he goes one-on-one with a living legend. The man with more perfect 10 matches than the next 2 or 3. Is it 2 or 3 people combined? The man who has won every single championship in the history of this company. More Super Junior title reigns than any man in the history of this company. One half of one of the best tag teams in the history of this company. And he also had a handful of TV title runs. One-time Ultraviolent champion before we were televised. Wizard paces back and forth as he awaits the entrance of the champion. I think the legend was just up for a challenge. You don't put out a challenge to anyone in the company for a one-on-one match and expect Wizard not to answer it. Showtime eyeing his future competition. The half-dead legend. Oh yeah, let's not forget 2 title shots. Fans on their feet for the champion. Iceman still has a rematch guaranteed to him. We don't do a lot of championship rematches around here. We like to keep things fresh. But the World Heavyweight Championship is something you do have a contract. You do have an obligatory rematch, excuse me. Yes, he does. He now holds that record. And now 2 of the baddest men in the history of this company go one-on-one, and Fuerte out of the blocks with that Tanahashi. Immediately going into the submission. Wizard using the escapability early, walks into the kick. I don't know if you want to throw feet with Wizard, but Fuerte's doing it early. Snaps off that suplex, overhead kick. Wizard back to his feet. And there's the Wizard kick that levels the champion. Now stomping away at that shoulder. Pulling Fuerte back to his feet, but he's able to break it with a short arm shoulder tackle. Falling arm drag there from Wizard. The one thing you expect from Wizard. Goes for Falcon Arrow. Reversed by Fuerte with the knee. The one thing you always have to expect from Wizard is the unexpected. You might prepare for the feet, but you're not prepared for the submissions. If you're prepared for the submissions, you are not prepared for the high flying. And speaking of high flying, that beautiful springboard shooting star. And 24 world title reigns in this ring. That is a lot of prestige as he's sent off the ropes, pulled in Quick tiger bomb there from Wizard. Wizard continues to attack that right arm, trying to take the Demon's Talon out of the arsenal of Fuerte. Let's go, Pens. Into the cover, leg hooked early. Wizard able to kick out a little over one. Fuerte now raking away at the face. But Wizard breaks that grip, pulls him in, snap suplex, no! Fuerte again using that knee for the escape. Pulls him up on the shoulders, could be looking for that elevated neck breaker. Now a stomp right to the face. No respect shown from Fuerte. Basement dropkick to the side of the head. Into the cover, leg hooked. Going for the knee, Wizard up. Fuerte, though, catches him with that low boot. Whips Wizard into the corner. Now Fuerte puts him up top. Could be looking for some high-impact offense here. All the way up top. Plants him with the superplex. Almost sent him straight to hell. It's not his second match. He's had a couple more. That drop kick there right between the shoulder blades with precision. Goes low with the kick, looking for Demon Talon early. Has him hooked. Long setup, short trip, back press, leg hooked. And Wizard able to kick out at 2. Fuerte looking to make it a quick night. Has him on the shoulders for Demon Horns. Plants him. Into the cover. One more hook of the leg. And Fuerte makes quick work of the legend. Continuing his dominance here. That arm wringer takedown face planted Wizard. It didn't seem he was the same after. And we're not going to show the replay of the springboard shooting star. You guys are awesome in the back. Basement drop kick. Fuerte had a clear plan. Attack the head. Would continue it there with the Demon Talon. And when the kick out came, it was time for Demon Horns. And Fuerte makes quick work of Wizard leading up to that championship match. And Iceman is back in the building, attacking the champion. Iceman said earlier in that tweet it is his title, and he's looking to prove it. Fuerte, though, has him up on the shoulders. Sends him off into the roundhouse kick. Fuerte has 2 opponents to deal with. Just wasted his time with Wizard. Now looking for a Demon Talon on the former champion. Plants Iceman in the center of the ring. Pulls him to his feet. Iceman has him hooked. Front face lock, sends him into the corner. Now sends the champion shoulder first into the ring post. Back to his feet, Fuerte still fighting. Goes low with the kick, Iceman with the arm drag. Walker jab. And pulls him in for a Lance Revolution. But Fuerte not having it. As the referee getting people out here to break this up. Iceman is back in the HCW arena. He wants his championship back. And we are set for our main event of the evening. The time for talking is done. longtime rivals. Black Excellence going one-on-one with the hybrid champion, Showtime. Let us not forget, not only is he hybrid champion, he currently has in his possession that cash-in briefcase. A title opportunity at any time. Black Excellence and Showtime have been going back and forth for the last week and a half on Twitter. And it all comes to a head here tonight on this special edition of Throwdown. Black Excellence has claimed from the very beginning that he is coming for the hybrid championship. He now has the chance right in front of him. Will he take advantage of the situation, or will Showtime continue his trend of perfect 10 matches and winning? That's all this man knows anymore. The fans have had an absolutely amazing show from top to bottom here tonight. We kick things off with our second title match of the night. This an Extreme Rules match. No one at ringside for the hybrid championship. And Chip bringing you the breaking news. That explains why Wizard was beaten in such quick fashion. Also, it has been brought to my attention by Mr. Ronnie Cade that was not his first victory. That was indeed his second. He did pick up a victory over Dylon Chase. And I was wrong. The swinging fisherman neckbreaker, also the game over. I apologize to Mr. Cade as we are set for our main event. It's been a big night. Lots of things have slipped past my mind. I'm super excited. I apologize to everybody. Or do I? Somebody needs to apologize for Wizard. Got his face roundhouse kicked off. You know what, though? It's really crazy when you think about it. Wizard made a living off of roundhouse kicking people's faces off into concussions. And now he's felt it. But now it is time to feel the energy in this building hit 1,000. As the cash-in briefcase holder and hybrid champion makes his way down to the ring for the main event of the evening. How was that I hate you. I don't see how that was disrespectful. The winningest man in televised HCW history. 3-time Super Junior champion. Hybrid champion. Cash-in winner. Multiple perfect 10 matches. And 2 title shots. You can't tell the commentator to shut up. It's my job to talk. Unless that was a general shut up. As you see on our Twitter feed, Showtime with that tweet right before he walks through the curtain. Ready for the title defense here. The hybrid championship on the line. The challenger, Black Excellence, looks ready for his shot at the gold. Silver. And the Grove Street Goon leader, the hybrid champion Showtime, ready to defend that championship by any means necessary in this Extreme Rules match. Not taking his eyes off of Showtime. I like it. The bell rings and we get things started. Immediately right there, Black Excellence grabs that front face lock, releases, sits him down with that bulldog with both hands. Now looking to attack that arm, stomping on the left arm, trying to hyperextend it. To the outside it goes. I knew this wouldn't take long. These two despise each other. And Showtime makes his way out there, but Black Excellence has that hammer. Showtime able to stop it, send it back into the guts of Black Excellence, and face first off that ring post. Black Excellence ducks that clothesline from behind, and Showtime goes right into the barricade. Kick sends him right into the German announce team. Hans, Franz, and Michel on their feet. Showtime pulls him in. Hammerlock, reverse DDT. That snap jab. Beautiful drop salt from the champion. Keep us updated, Chip. Going for that reverse DDT again. Black Excellence breaks the grip, turns around, vertical suplex. Hangs Showtime's legs on the apron. Now with a chair, wearing out the legs of the champ. Looking to work on the back. The body is not meant to bend that way. Now one to the spine. Black Excellence said he's going to do it. Looks to prove it. Basement drop kick. That is breaking news. I was unaware he was African American. Goes Showtime looking for that pop-up kick. Instead, Black Excellence turns it into a sunset flip. Black Excellence again goes back to the chair. This one right to the head of the hybrid champion. And then one to the spine and a stomp for good measure. Showtime, desperation jawbreaker here. Swings through with the Hurricane Rana, sends him face first into that other chair. Caught his head off the chair and the steel guardrails, and a good old-fashioned punch to the dick. Hans, Franz, and Michel on their feet now. Low DDT catches him on the corner of the chair. Showtime looking for payback, but Black Excellence on his feet catches one to the face. Pause. The level of hatred in this match is ridiculous. Shout out to the man who just left with the Wizard Special 2.0. Black Excellence sweeps the leg, but is sent face first into that steel ring post yet again. Showtime goes right back downstairs with a punch to the dick. Going up top, looking for something insane. Hashtag dive. Nobody home. Black Excellence on his feet. Showtime somehow still has the wherewithal to send him back into this ring. Snapmare's Black Excellence down. Drop kick right to the back of the neck. Pops up into the kick. Showtime catching a second wind, it seems. Oh, the double dick punch. The good old double deuce. Jawbreaker for Black Excellence. Going for the slam. Showtime, though, over the shoulder. Kicks out the knee. Into that shotgun kick. Out of absolute thin air. Back press. Hooks the leg. And Black Excellence rolls that shoulder at 2.9. We got a chicken wing early. Top rope springboard moonsault. Showtime looking impressive, but taking high risk moves and not getting anything. We have a ladder. And Showtime is putting a pause on Black Excellence. And another drop kick. Beautiful neck breaker there, hangs him up. Thought he was going for another dick punch. How you doing, JM? I can't pronounce that last name and I don't want to butcher it. Thank you for joining us here on Thursday Throwdown. Follow us for 2 shows a week and 1 special pay-per-view a month. And Black Excellence with that ladder in hand. Showtime dodges it twice, now takes it off his hands. We appreciate that subscription. As Showtime smacks Black Excellence in the face with the ladder, but gets caught and sent sternum first into the ring apron. Sent into the ring. And a boot right to the temple. Black Excellence now ladder in hand. This is not a ladder match, just looking to inflict damage. Showtime is down. Black Excellence slides the ladder into the ring. Picks it back up. Showtime there with the uppercut, and the ladder falls on his body. Sends him down for the cover. Black Excellence kicks out at 2. Pulled back to his feet, going for a cutter. And Steve Taylor just made himself $5. Rolls through with that sunset flip, turns it into a submission. Looking to make the champion tap out. Showtime staying strong. And just knees Black Excellence in the head 3 different times. Inverted atomic drop. Showtime turns him around into another cover. Black Excellence continues to kick out. Showtime has been attacking the nether regions of Black Excellence this entire match. It might be. As Black Excellence fires back with the clothesline. Goes back to the ladder, but is caught yet again with another inverted atomic drop. Somebody get this man an ice pack. Let's go, Pens. As Showtime climbs to that top rope, could be looking for the frog splash. No, beautiful moonsault. Pulls him up. Big right hand blocked by Black Excellence. Stuffs him with a forearm. Goes low with the kick. Big DDT plants the champion. Stomp to the gut for good measure. Into the pin. And Showtime kicks out right at 2. This match continues. Looking to end it all. But Showtime instead slides it over the shoulder, kicks the knee. Black Excellence breaks the grip, misses the super kick, snaps off that zigzag style neck breaker. And a Beautiful standing moonsault from the champion. Now back up top. Now we could see the frog splash. To perfection. Back press, leg hooked. And I heard 3, but the ref says he's got his shoulder up. Count of 2, springboard moonsault. Showtime pulling out all the stops. Looping right hand, turns him around, making a double pump handle into the back suplex. And goes right back to the dick punch. Rolling senton, actually more of a flipping leg drop to the back of the head. Black Excellence pulls his way back up. Showtime snaps him back down. Looking to set up that low super kick. Sidestep by Black Excellence, who's back on his feet. Showtime breaks the grip of that suplex. Front face lock. Pulls him in. Hooks a suplex of his own. Hangs him up on that top rope. Giving him the business here. Pulls Black Excellence back to his feet. There's a clothesline. Make it a double. Duck. Super kick again. Got this one. Pulls him to his feet. Could be looking. Pop-up kick. Both boots to the jaw. Fans going bananas here. Showtime climbs that top rope one more time. 10-star frog splash. And Showtime successfully defends that championship. Black Excellence just could not get it done here. There you see that shot that would drop Black Excellence and get him caught in the face with that ladder. There's one of multiple inverted atomic drops. But we're not going to replay the dick punches, apparently. They took Extreme Rules to a whole nother level. Right here, turning in midair. 10-star frog splash. Showtime retains that hybrid championship. And let us not forget, still holding into that cash-in briefcase, guaranteeing him a shot at Fuerte's World Championship. And Showtime stands tall. And what a night it has been. Follow us at High Class HCW, Chip Stackworth at Chip Stackworth. You can find all the wrestlers' Twitters from there. But until next time, I have been your high guy. Yes, indeed, your fly guy. The truth from the booth, B.I. double. And before we sign off, I would like to let everybody know Mayhem will no longer be airing Monday nights. We will get you more information as we get more information ourselves, to be honest. But Monday nights are a no-go. Except maybe this Monday. We'll see you then.